There are people who wonder as to how can they be life without employment system? How can people work without being employed? But I want to remind you that people have to be employed to eat, don't have to be employed to eat. People don't have to be employed to breathe. People don't have to be employed to drink. People don't have to be employed to wear clothes. In other words, people don't have to get paid to breathe. People don't have to get paid to eat. People don't have to get paid to eat. People do eat, drink, and breathe naturally without being anybody forcing them to do so. People can work without being employed. Before employment system, before slavery, there were garment makers who were making garments, clothes for the people. Before employment system, there were fishermen who were catching fish. Before employment system, there were hunters who were hunting for food. Before employment system, there were people who were making footwear. Before employment system, there were people who were making hats. Before employment system, there were builders. Before employment system, there were carvers. Before employment system, there were honey gatherers. Before employment system, there were farmers. Before employment system, there were musicians. Before employment system, there were people who make music instruments. Before employment system, there were people who make cooking utensils. Before employment system, there were people who were entertainers and comedians. Before employment system, there were healers. Before employment system, there were people whose job was to bury others. That is an indication that people can work without being employed. And in all those kinds of jobs, people have to exchange, because a fisherman needed clothes, so he would have to exchange his food for clothes, and a garment makers needed food. So in all those things, there was exchange. Be it barter economy, but it was an exchange system. People can work without being employed. People don't have to be slaves to work. People don't have to be employees to work. But of course, there were those kinds of jobs that one cannot do by himself. One needed help, and this is how it was done in Venda. In Venda, you will find that every family will have its own field where they will grow up their food. But the field was big. As a result, when they were going to plow, they invite all other families and they work on this particular family's field together. And they will, as a reward, they will get entertainment and food and drink and refreshments. Then, when they finish one family's field, they go to the next family's field and they work together. When they finish, they go to the next family's field until all the fields are finished. Then, when it comes to planting, they repeat the cycle. All together, all the families together working on one family's field at a time. And then even when the time to remove weed, and the time when they're doing a harvest, and even when they're going to store away whatever they planted or they harvested. That was the system that was used. There was no employer and employees. Every family will own all of its own field. They will not be waiting for a salary. They will not be slaves to anybody. But then came a robber, a thief. He started to steal, and people were mobilizing against this thief. And then the thief decided that instead of him stealing, he must tell the people that he is the owner of their fields. And those who resisted, he killed them, and the rest submitted to him, and then they work their own fields for him, and he declares himself their king. That is how the kingship came to be. Then the king also made to take the good land and invite people and force people to work on it for him, and they call it Zune. That is employment system whereby you go and work for somebody for a salary. That is how employment system came to be. But as a result, but as indicated, people can work without being employed. People can work for ownership, for equal ownership, as they were doing. If we are talking about African Renaissance, if we want to go back to African ways, we have to go back to equal ownership, as our forefathers were equally owning their properties. That is why we are calling for the equal ownership of all workplaces, irrespective of the type of work anybody is doing. Before the Arabs came to buy our people, to capture our people to sell to the Europeans, our people were equally owning their properties, or properties where they were working. Before our so-called kings, the robbers who sold away our people, sold our forefathers to the Arabs, who eventually sold them to Europeans, to America. Our forefathers were equally owning their workplaces. The kings were responsible for selling people. They were the ones who were capturing people and selling them to Arabs, who took them to the coast and sold them to Europeans to be taken to America, to the life of slavery. Our kings have never been our friends. Our kings have always been our enemy. Our kings have been robbing us. Our kings have been stealing from us. Our kings have been killing us. That is why even today we have a king who earns 50 million rand a year for no sweat at all, for no labor at all. They don't work at all, but he's earning 50 million rand. When the people who are working hard, people who are paying for that 50 million rand, they don't even get paid 50,000 rand, let alone 10,000 rand a year. But that king still says that the money, that is 50 million rand, is not enough. He still wants 10 million rand extra. He's a thief. He's a robber. He's a gangster. He's a gang leader. And that is why we should not reward a thief. We should not reward a robber. We should not reward a gang leader. Because how many people in South Africa are getting paid 50 million rand a year? People who are working hard. But with him, just because he declared himself the God of South Africa, he declared because he's willing to kill anybody who resist him. It's because the same way his grandfathers were killing people who resisted them when they took away their land. Just because he's a murderer, he's a mass murderer. Now we are rewarding him. Why should we reward the killers of our people? Why should we reward the thieves? Why should we reward our robber? It is unfair and injustice for one person to be given 50 million when people who are working hard, they don't even get paid 50,000 rand, and yet they have got the arrogance to tell us that 50 million rand is not enough. We need more. That is why we must understand. That is why we must go back for equal ownership. There can be life without employment. There can be work without slavery.